Hey everybody, welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. It is Sunday night. It's been a little while since we did any streaming. So welcome everybody to Sunday night. I hope you're all having a good weekend. I hope you all had a good holiday. I'm just getting off a 2-week holiday myself from work, from being in town. We went to visit family in Colorado and it was a lot of fun. So without further ado, this is going to be kind of a short broadcast because I will tell you that I was a little upset that I didn't get my 2020 Microfighters, Star Wars Microfighters. I got one set at my local Lego store and they were out of the rest. So I'm going to build a set of my own design and then a set of the double set Microfighter, the Bantha and the T-16, and we'll go from there. Also, Twitch isn't showing up on my broadcast, so that's great. And let's see if Facebook is showing up. Yeah. Nope, mute. I got one set of my local Lego store. Nobody wants to hear you. So I'm going to kill these. I don't know why Twitch isn't working, but also, if you're watching and you hear music, I need to get a new set of headphones so I can hear the music, but it isn't broadcast. So I don't know if this music is going to be any good or not. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get to building. I've got my own design, is a ATTE Microfighter. Actually, I take it back. This isn't my own design. This is a design I found on, I think this is Darth, the Darth designer. And now that Bethany's here, we can talk about some other news while I do this.
My tea is steeping, so I have time.
Your tea is steeping.
Yes.
So I'm going to have to move this camera a little bit because I need to get a better stand for my camera other than the light that it stands on. But anyway, all right, so Beth is here, and we are also going to be talking about, while I pull up the directions, why don't you give them a little, I'm just going to do this real quick. Okay, so
I look so short.
we have...
So today, you announced that we were engaged already, right?
Yeah, a little while ago.
So we got engaged last month. And today we actually signed the paperwork for the contract for the venue. Yay! For House on the Hill. And we set a date.
We don't need to tell them exactly where.
Oh.
Nobody's watching, doesn't matter.
I'm just saying. So yeah, so we got our date, we got our venue.
It's a very cute venue.
It's a very cute venue.
It is out in kind of, not the hill country, but it's a hilly part of Austin.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very rustic, very sort of mountain house looking. It reminds me a lot, well, I would say a little bit of kind of where I grew up in Colorado. Mm-hmm. So we're very excited about it.
Yes, we are.
And we're going to go so broke doing this. And I don't have instructions for this one.
Steve Offenheim says he's watching. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
And somebody else is there.
Hi, Steve. How you doing?
So we're super excited. We also talked to a very nice wedding coordinator today. And that company also does bartending and rentals and things like that. So we're moving along. And the wedding's not for another year, but we've already got the venue. We've already got not several, but some things figured out. Now it's just paying for everything. Yeah,
and it's not going to be a light road.
No, I can't figure out a good way. Here, this works.
Okay.
Do I look like, because I felt too short the way I was before.
I don't have instructions for this.
And I've still got my sunglasses on. I don't need those.
Well, okay. Well, we're going to start with this while I figure out how to do the instructions for my ATTE because I got to open parts and see if I've got...
What is going on with my hair?
Oh, I thought I had. So yeah, so for the next year and a half...
Not year and a half.
Year and a month.
Yep, year and a month.
Gotta get these dogs out of here. Next year and a month.
Dallas is watching. Hi, Dallas.
Hi, Dallas. We are going to do nothing but stay inside, not go out drinking. not go out partying, not do any vacations, because we have got to save
Yes.
for this.
Yes, we do. So, if anyone has any advice about any of this stuff, we will gladly take it. Although you've done this before.
Yeah. Well, but I will go ahead and say that I've kind of not done it before, because I'm pretty sure it wasn't just me doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have instructions for this, but dang it. All right, well, I'm going to try to download it, and then...
Mom's watching and Jamie's watching. Hi, Mom and Jamie.
Hi, Jamie. Hi, Lisa.
Your future mom-in-law.
What's up, Brick Studio? What's up, BrickX Creations? Sorry, I'm bouncing back and forth
Yeah.
between... I'm going to have to open...
Say hi to your future mother-in-law.
Hi, future and mother-in-law. So this is also, for those who care, this is the beer that I'm drinking tonight, the Dunkin' Coffee Porter.
How does it
Harpoon.
taste? Does it taste like Dunkin' coffee? What's happening beneath me?
I don't know. They need to get out of here, though.
Come here.
So that's all that's fit to report on the Beth and Ben version of things. So
Yes.
you want to get them out of here?
I'm going to go and drink my tea.
All right, she's going to go drink tea, and we're going to build. We're going to build this to start, so let's get building. And yeah, this is actually pretty good. It's kind of coffee-ish and espresso-like. So again, I'm a little upset that I couldn't find the other two Microfighters, but they are on back order. I couldn't even I went to my Lego store today, and this is all they had. And I've been to Target, and I've been to Walmart's, and even our local Lego store didn't have the Y-Wing and the Kylo Ren shuttle. And I also wanted a Mandalorian battle pack. Guess what they don't also have? So yeah. So I wasn't able to get any of that. I was kind of hoping to build some of that tonight. Anywho, so we're going to do this, which is still pretty cool. This is not the... There was a great Bantha design that was done, and I wish I could remember the dude's name, when Microfighters were kind of newish back in like 2014. Turn the music up just slightly. Not too much. I don't want it to be overpowering. The Eurobricks forum went kind of nuts, and they're like, everybody, we need to do, come up with your own designs, come up with your own Microfighter designs. And a lot of people did, and a lot of people did, you know, existing ships and stuff, or they just redid, you know, the Millennium Falcon or an X-Wing or something like that. And a lot of people got very creative, and one of them was a Bantha, and it was just the cutest little Bantha. It was very chibi looking, and so I was trying to reverse engineer it, but it's taken me forever to figure it out. And I've contacted the builder, and I asked him if he still had the model, or if there's anything I could, you know, if he could do an exploded view or anything like that. And he said, I don't have that anymore. And that's kind of where he left it. And I was like, okay, well, that's a no. So I've got it close, but at the same time, you know, I got, put him right there. I, you know, put it off long enough not being able to get it designed properly that, you know, Lego came out with their own. And I'm a little scared because somebody was like, and the T-16, somebody had done a T-16. And it's also a very good one. And I had put Biggs Darklighter, like a custom Biggs Darklighter figure, as the pilot for it. And, what's that? Okay. But again, they came out with a new set, or they came out with a set. So now I'm like, are they going to come out with more of these sets? Because I don't know what else was in The Last Jedi. And The Last Jedi really only had, like, it had Kylo Ren's TIE Whisper. Or no, it wasn't even that. Or maybe it was. TIE Whisper. And then they had the TIE Daggers. And I'm going to do a TIE Dagger model soon. So here's your Tusken Raider to go with the Bantha. Anyway, So I was really looking forward to get that New Republic Y-Wing. But they're out of stock. So they're on back order, as well as the Mandalorian battle pack. Checking my phone real quick because I want to be able to tweet about this thing going on right now. Also, I want to mention real quick that my neighbor, is shared something with me. They were getting rid of some stuff at her work, and she was like, "Do you need this for storage?" And I said yes, and I want to show you what these are because it's really great. One second. And basically for storage, because I'm running low on storage, and let's see if I can multitask here. I want to show you this real quick. I'm going to put it up here. So she brought 5 of these. These were like a nurse's station or something like that. So I probably need to, I think like the hospital where she works, and I think she was doing records or something like that. But these are great. I'm going to take all the labels off, obviously, but I mean, nice drawers that slide out, and there's 5 of these. So I'm really going to be able to, you know, I'm sure I don't need Vaseline gauze or anything, but I can take these labels off, and I can, if I wanted to, relabel them with the parts that are in there. But it's just very cool. There's no back to it, but these, you know, these won't slide all the way back, you can see. So these would be great when I need to move. And they will be replacing these because I have a lot of parts stored in these. These are like 1-inch HD tapes, cassettes. This is what we would use at my office to back up data. These would be our nightly backup tapes and our monthly backup tapes and whatever. And so the tapes would, you know, be in here, and then you put them in the case and leave some of them on site and take some of them off site. So I have like, at one point I had 150 of these because we got rid of we did off-site backing up, and it was all, you know, cloud-based and whatever. So these work really well. The only problem is there's no front, so if you open it up, they kind of spill out. But, you know, they're good for small parts where you don't need a whole drawer for it. So I've got, you know, dozens of those. So I might replace them with this. So I was very excited to get that. That was very cool of her to offer those. And yeah, so now that's out of the way. I don't think my Twitch is working, so I'm a little bummed about that. It seems like every time I do this, it gets one thing that isn't working right. I'm a little bummed. But anyway, moving forward, we're going to now do this set. So that's what we've done today is we went out and I got some Lego. I was expecting to try to get some Lego. And on the way to, get a glare on that, on the way to putting a deposit down on our venue. So it's very exciting. And now we're home. So we also went to Colorado this week to see my family. For the holidays. Saw my brother and my mom and dad, my mom and my stepdad, and my dad and my stepmom, and my, I guess, stepsister. Sister-in-law, not stepsister. Wow, yeah. So, sister-in-law. And we got to do, you know, got to do the visiting and the eating and stuff, and ate too much junk food, and got to see fireworks downtown for New Year's Eve. And if you can hear rustling, I swear to God, Kat, we have a basket over here, a wicker box that we put grocery bags in, so we can take them back to the grocery store and recycle them. And he just loves, that's like his nest. He loves sitting on them. So if you hear rustling and hissing and stuff like that, that's my stupid cat. So yeah, it was a good trip. We drove, and it's a 13-hour drive. So No, I don't like the way that went together. That's not great. So it was pretty fun. I'm gonna try something. No, I think I'm just gonna leave that. I was gonna try a different place for the stand, but I'll work on that later. So I went with the kids, and they were troopers. They didn't have to. It was nice of them to go on the trip, and they behaved. I mean, they behaved. They're 18 and 15. They were a pleasure to have on this trip. We stopped up at weird little coffee shops in weird little Texas towns, and got to go to a Torchy's in Amarillo. I didn't think they had Torchy's in Amarillo, so that's pretty cool. Had a couple high points of playing cards while we were at the hotel. Got to go up to Estes Park and hang out a little bit. Beth went to visit some people. Part of her job, she got to visit some people in Estes Park. As not really like it was a conference or anything like that, but a facility that she kind of does some work for. Said you should come in and say hi, and so she did, and that was kind of fun because that's a nice Estes Park's a nice area. If you've never been, I highly recommend it. What's up, Fanny? How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. We're building Lego and drinking Dunkin' coffee porter, Dunkin' Donuts coffee porter, Harpoon. So also in an effort to spend less money and lose weight, I think the beer drinking aspect of this channel is probably gonna. I have to do this with the instructions because there's just a glare. Is probably going to be curtailed a little bit, not completely gone away, because I enjoy trying new beers. But I do recognize that it's not great for you. And seeing as how we're both going to try to lose some weight so we look good for our wedding. Oh, this is horrible. These colors, so you can see that. It's just the brown. It all bleeds together. Like, that's so hard to see. Not, I'm sure if I was doing it in a not completely bright environment, I could see it better. Let's see, what's coming up then? So we got the wedding planning is going to be pretty much what we're going to be doing for the next year and a month. And we've got a lot of it planned already. Like, I had some ideas going into it, and Beth had some ideas going into it. So we just kind of capitalized on what we already wanted to do. So it wasn't really hard to go, oh, okay, well, let's, these are the things I want to get, have happen. Centerpieces, music, caterers, things like that. We really didn't have a place, which is why we had to go find a place. But it wasn't that hard to find. I mean, it wasn't, impossible to find. It was just, you got to figure out what you want, what you need for the number of people that you want there and the kind of ceremony you want, and then just kind of go from there. And we decided on this place that, again, is up in the hill country-ish and is kind of rustic looking and kind of suits our needs. So, tail. So, also at the end of January, keep an eye out on Kevin Hinkle's channel, because I will be doing the first of hopefully many. We'll see how this works out for him. I'm going to do a doodle stream with him. He's done some build streams where his backlog building. What the heck? Where people will join him on his channel, and they will build something. He calls it his backlog building because he has a huge backlog of sets. can't tell what this is. That he's been trying to get through. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't do this. What is going on? Why can't I see what's going on here? Okay, these things are bothering me. So yeah, so I'm joining him for that. So we're both going to be drawing. I haven't been drawing in a while. So it'll be nice to kind of get back into it. These are all the effing same. Well, okay. Oh, it's because the other ones are in the other bag. I was like, what is going on? So that'll be January 31st, I believe. So that Friday. Keep an eye out for that. We'll be drawing together. And that's this leg. And I'm sure I'm turning that around. Ooh, okay. Got some good nougat going here. All right. Oh, neat. Thanks, Amen F21. I'm glad Twitch is working. I got a bot. Amen F2001 was just like, hey, dropped by just to say, want to become famous? Buy followers. Okay, well, I don't want to buy followers, so. But thanks for depressing me. Nah, it's all good. Don't really care. I gotta build Lego. So I'm very excited that they chose to do a Bantha, but I have a feeling that it kind of got done because somebody had already done one, and they're like, we should probably really do this. Oh, some other cool things. I was on Instagram and I follow, everybody follows their own hashtags. And I followed one that was Star Wars and Microfighters. And somebody posted an image of one that I had designed, which was the Eclipse Starfighter from, I think it was from the Freemaker Chronicle, or Freemaker Adventures. And they said, is it just me or does anybody else want to buy this? Or would anybody else buy this? And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, hey, cool, that's mine. Thanks for noticing. You should stop by the channel. Or you should go to this link. I've got a lot of them. Should probably get some of these out of the way so you can see the building. Yeah, no other big news in terms of Lego, really. I've got nothing on the brick link purchased by Lego or anything, or any new Kappa news or anything. The Kappa thing kind of blew over a little bit, I feel like. I think they made some changes. And we're basically like, yeah, unless you're like directly marketing to kids, I don't think you should really worry about this. And so everyone basically breathed a sigh of relief and went about their business. I think there's still some larger YouTube channels that do some reviews and things like that that might be a bit worried. But I think for the most part, people are like, yeah, I think we'll be fine. So this is something that the design that, so we got so far. The design that the other guy did that I liked better is that the guy sat, or the guy was basically standing in there, like there was a slot, and you could, he could stand him in there, so it looks like he was kind of in a saddle. He's just gonna be sitting on top of it, and that always felt a little wonky to me, but that's cool, I guess. Trying to keep the part numbers down and, make it sellable. It's pretty cool music. I like it. What a great part. That 1x3 with the 2 studs on it. Be very useful in some aspects. Oh, I didn't show, and I might show it here when I'm done building this. I got my tie advanced done, and I think I put that up on Instagram. That turned out pretty good. It was a little high in the part count, but you kind of needed to. It was basically based just off a TIE fighter or a TIE interceptor body, and you just change the wings a little bit, and then Bob's your uncle. And they need to have something other than blue Technic pin axle things. They really need to invest in black or something. Ruh-roh. Alright, well, that got messed up somehow. Let's go back and look at these, shall we? Because I'm not convinced I did this right. That's right. Oh, that's not right. No, that is right. Well, now I'm extremely confused. These little wedge things. Yeah, that's right. Well, either gave me the wrong pieces or I'm doing this wrong somehow. Because now I should have two of the same side. Oh, I do. Okay. Ugh. I'll tell you what, I almost feel like I need to go back to work. I feel like I'm out of sorts. I'm not looking forward to going back to work, however. It's been a very long time off. I like this. They give you 2 extra horns, 2 full extra horns. So not just 1, but you get 2 of these now. That's very cool. And then I put one of these guys on the bottom, and I think that's it, because those are all extra pieces. Bam. Alright, and this guy goes on there. Like so. There's your... So not bad. Articulation in the head. It's pretty good. I don't like that there's kind of like a big gap in between the head and neck, but you know, it's got a joint on there. Thought maybe you could cover it with, you know, some wedge pieces in there somehow. I mean, you've got room right there. Got room right there to do like a stud adjacent or something, where you could then put some more cheese wedges or something on it just to kind of hide it a little bit. I like that there's a clip for his gaffy stick right there. Yo, what's up, Tucker? Oh, I have to disappear for a second. I just dropped my dude. Where'd he go? No, this figures. Didn't even hear where it went. You'd be kidding me. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm back. Dangers of live television. Yeah, so got a little clip for his gaffy stick. So that's set 1 down. Set 1 down. These are the extra pieces. Extra pieces, hooray! Got the 2 horns. Those are some good extra pieces. An extra eyeball and a cheese wedge, and then another one of these pipes or bars. So this goes in the extra piece pile, which for right now is just that. So in between, oh, I already had one of these. In between builds, I will show you. I actually had 2. So Tucker, this is what I'm drinking tonight. Nope. Dunkin' Donuts, Dunkin' Coffee Porter. It's not bad. Tastes like a 512 porter or something. So I didn't show you these guys. These are what I built last time. Or this is what I've built since the last stream. So this is a sand speeder. This is like a snow speeder, but you use it on a sand planet. Sand speeders showed up in, they were never actual toys. There was something that went on in terms of marketing and toy release back after the end of Return of the Jedi, where I think it was after the end of Return of the Jedi, or maybe it was after Empire Strikes Back. And I can't, it was called like the saga, the epic continues, or the saga continues, or something like that, where they made all these, or they kit bashed together all these toys that they were going to release. And even though the movies had stopped, they're like, well, the toys don't have to stop. So this was one of them. This was a sand speeder, and for whatever reason, Lego, so Lego made an actual set of this sand speeder, and I don't remember why. Somebody can tell me why. But there was also something called an ATIC, which was an AT-AT walker, but it had a giant ion cannon on the back of it. And again, it was a kit bash of like an AT-AT, and they got like a big gun from a Star Destroyer or a different toy. Like you could find the toy that it was on, and it was pretty funny. So this is the one. So I turned that into Microfighter. This is basically the actual Snowspeeder set, just different colors. And I think I changed the guns up a little bit, stuff like that. So it's the same model. So if you get a lot of tan and dark tan and what else is in there? Sand yellow or something like that. You also can make that set. And this is the other one that I did, which was this is the TIE Advanced, and I'm not sure, I don't think this was an actual set, but it's Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, right? This is Darth Vader's TIE Fighter from the first movie. You can see the rounded back. Yes, I originally took the Instagram photos with those as red, but they need to be green. Vader's got a cape. Most Microfighters, if they have a cape, they don't include it. I need to put a clip on here somewhere so he can put his lightsaber down or clipped on or something like that. I'm particularly proud of the back end there. I think it's rather nice because it's a rounded back end on those TIE Advanced. The only problem is, if you can tell, the gray is a different gray. It's that old gray. It's the old light gray, not the light blue gray. So it looks a little off. Because the rest of these bits are light gray, or light blue gray, not light gray. I know that's a distinction that probably only Lego nerds can really tell, but you might be able to see it there. Anyway, very proud of that. I'm really shocked that they didn't have this as an original set for Microfighters, but what are you gonna do? So it looks good once it's here. It's a lot of pieces because there's a lot of these clips and bars. Also, the wing segments aren't really, this is just a design problem. If you get this off Rebrickable, just know it ahead of time. These wing segments aren't really on there very good. It's just a poor design on my part. So if you try to move them, they come off. So you kind of have to move them en masse by holding it underneath and moving it. But once you're into, the locked position, it really doesn't matter because, they're not mobile wings. They're always supposed to be like that. So anyway, I know I did I had a AT-AP that I did, and the punishing one we also worked on. And then if I can get the AT-TE, I got the parts for it. So we'll see if I can put that together today or not. I may have to get the instructions it's not mine. It was different designers, but I liked it, so I reverse engineered it, and then, oh wait, that's this one. Reverse engineered it, and then ordered the parts for it. So this guy's done. We'll work on set number 2, which is the T-16. Doing this guy, T-16, that guy. The T-16 is a little weird. It's a ship that is technically canon, but you don't see it in the movie in action. You see it as a model that Luke plays with, and then in the background, in the garage, you see a real life one, but it's just sitting in the garage. The T-16 is basically George Lucas's love letter to hot rod racing, because it's not a family vehicle. Like the Lars family had speeders to get around in, but the T-16 was more of a hot rod, and Luke would take his T-16 and go gully jumping and canyon running and stuff like that. And it's not canon anymore, but there was the Star Wars radio drama in which Luke and his friends hung out at Tashi Station getting power converters. And there's our pilot, right? And I can tell. It's a pretty good molded helmet on this pilot. I really like this. You can see I need to get a better angle on the lights here, but That's a good. There we go. Good printing. It's very dark. So anyway, so the T-16 was his like hot rod craft, and he'd go race it down Beggars Canyon. And in the radio drama, he was racing Fixer, which was another kid who was hanging out at Tashi Station or Anchorhead, and they took it down Beggars Canyon, and then they did something called threading the stone needle. And at the very end of the Beggars Canyon, there was a rock outcropping, a rock formation called the Stone Needle, and you could barely fit a T-16 through, but that was the only way to win the race, because you could, if you get caught behind somebody, you can't pass them, you can't go up because the crosswinds would smash you around. Yeah, Luke would bullseye womp rats in his T-16. So the fact that it's a lore, it's a Legends ship, right? You never really see it in the movie in action. You don't know really what it is. He talks about it. But they have a design for it, and it's that model that he's flying around as he's cleaning the droids. So the fact that when they released the T-16 as a Microfighter, and I think there's an actual set for it too. It wasn't Luke. It was kind of dumb, I thought. Unless this is actually, it says Luke. Where's the box? It just says Skyhopper pilot. They couldn't have put Biggs in there. They couldn't have put Luke on there. They just said T-16 Skyhopper pilot. That was a little kind of, I don't know, kind of a dig at the EU, the Legend stuff. Oh, and I'm building and nobody's seeing it. All right, so that's all we got so far, really. So it was a little frustrating. So I had designed a T-16, of course, before they had released this official one. And if you want the instructions for it, it's on Rebreakable. If you don't like this version, there's another version out there. A lot of people have made T-16 microfighters. Ooh, I'm skipping this music. This is weird. That may be a little better. Yeah, a little lo-fi. So, and I kind of half-made a Biggs Darklighter figure that I think you can get all the parts for. He just kind of looks like a white Lando Calrissian. He's, got a mustache and a cape and a weird outfit. So I wanted to do that, but now that I actually have a T-16, I might replace the pilot with a Biggs Darklighter instead, because I think that's more in fitting, because Biggs and Wedge and Wendy and Tank would all race T-16s. That's how Biggs got into the academy, is he was a good pilot, and he raced T-16s. T-16s back home, and he knew Luke, and that's that cutscene from the original Star Wars that they put back in for the limited editions, where he says Luke's the best bush pilot this side of the Outer Rim, or something like that, some line that I don't have memorized because it was stupid. But it's in there nonetheless. So I might still do my version of the T-16, just how it builds out, and then put Biggs in that. So that's the story on that. And I'm going to be done with this pretty quick, so I'm hoping that I can at least start on the ATTE, which I think is a fantastic build. And all credit to Darth Designer, who came up with it. And in fact, I used Darth Designer's model to then come up with Captain Rex's ATTE, which you saw in not Rebels, Clone Wars. Or no, it was Rebels. It was a very cool ship. And Lego actually made a set out of that. So I used his to, create a version of the Captain Rex's one, because Captain Rex's one is all jury-rigged together and has a bunch of stuff falling off, and they use it to go out and hunt giant sandworms in the desert. And it's a pretty fun episode. So hopefully we can get to that tonight too. Kind of got a weird late start talking about stuff, but oh, also, since the last time we streamed, I think we saw the Rise of Skywalker. Speaking of Star Wars stuff, I enjoyed it. It wasn't, an awesome movie. It wasn't great. There's a lot that I'm kind of like, okay. Space horses. I just felt like they introduced a lot that they needed to get them immediately wrapped up. And there were so many side characters that were kind of interesting that I felt like deserved more than the time they got. I felt like the whole Palpatine thing was, while it was fun to have Palpatine in it, I felt like it was kind of like it negated a lot of everybody's stories up until that point. But I mean, I'm trying not to look at it as like, oh my god, they ruined everything. But, I had fun watching it. It was definitely like a, hey, remember this? Remember how cool this was? Kind of movie. So, in that aspect, I'm happy. That's what we got so far. All the side characters they can shoehorn into a Disney Plus show. Yes, Tucker, that is exactly right. I mean, there's the whole thing with one person who's watching this, there will be spoilers. The bit at the end with Lando and that lady, and forgive me if I don't know her name, I've only seen the movie once, and I don't know that she said her name more than once. But everyone was like, oh, she's an ex-stormtrooper. Oh, she might be Finn's sister. Oh, she might be Lando's daughter. I think there's going to be a whole thing with her and her time on the horse planet. Also, I just watched a video today that reminded me that all the Death Star wreckage was on, that you see on the planet, and everyone's like, oh yeah, that's right, because they went to that planet, and there was the Ewoks, and they blew it all up, and it all fell back on the planet, right? Different planet. And it's kind of like, what? It's supposedly another moon. Jana, thank you. It's supposedly another moon within the Endor system. So, and the explanation was really weird. Despite the fact that it blew up right above the planet, there was wreckage on the planet, and it's canon because it shows up in Battlefront 2, right? There's wreckage all over the place. And the reason a lot of the other wreckage went to on the other side of the system is that there was some hyperspace hijinks where it blew up and there was something triggered some hyperspace anomaly that then ejected all this debris across the system, and just some of that landed on a different planet. And I'm like, okay. I think that was just J.J. Abrams saying, look, I don't want this to be associated with Return of the Jedi, like the first one was with A New Hope. So let's just make it a different planet so people don't say, oh, it's exactly like Return of the Jedi. Honestly, if it had been Endor, you know what? Show a Star Wars planet that doesn't have the exact, the forest moon of Endor. That means the only thing in there are Ewoks and trees. That's it. There's no seas, there's no water, there's no deserts. It's just a planet of forest, you know? I mean, so maybe it fell on the other side of the planet. Maybe give it a different biome or something. I mean, come on. Opening scene, that is Mustafar. Yeah, I saw that, where it's like the ashen forest. That's Mustafar. And they don't say it in Rogue One either, but is that also Mustafar, where he's got his castle? I think it is. Like, he went back there and was like, yes, this was the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life. I'm going to go put a castle here. I don't think it's actually said, but it may have been and I missed it. So I think one of the next streams I might do, because I've got to come up with another building by next, not this week, but next week, is we have seed parts for our Lego group, and I need to come up with a building based off, or some sort of build based off the seed parts, so I may work on that. Although that may be a bit of an ad hoc, sitting on the over here at the table with bad lighting and just me kind of dancing around going, oh, what are we going to do here? And not really looking in the camera at all. Barely engaging with people. All right, I'm missing a part. Literally missing a part. Not that many parts in this. Yo. Okay. Oh no, it's already on there. I get so panicky about that. It's missing a part. That's why they're saying Vader lives on Mustafar because of the Force energy there. Yes. That's why it's a Force in Rise, because they're saying that Vader accidentally broke the curse on a planet and brought it back to a lush planet again. It's a forest in Rise because they're saying that Vader accidentally broke the curse on the planet. So Vader broke the curse on Mustafar. How did he break the curse on Mustafar? My goodness, there's a lot of extra parts in here. Did I miss it? Where does that go? Oh, back there. All right, so T-16. That's a lot of extra parts, yo. Look at that nonsense. Got our pilot in here. Ta-da. Oh, full. There's our T-16 with pilot. Now, in the original T-16, obviously, it's got the whole thing closes right here, and it's kind of got windows on either side, but, you know, so it looks good for what it can do in terms of being able to put a person in there. They did what they could. I like it. It's got that big slug gun on the front there. All right, so these are your two Microfighters for the day. I'm going to put all my spare parts over in the spare parts bucket, if I don't drop them. And with, about a half hour left, I'm going to see if I can find how to build my ATTE. Yeah, I'll just put them in there. Alright, so these guys get put out of the way. All the bags go away. Make sure the box, because it's all recyclable. Alright, so first things first, I got packaging. So we're going to open these up without needing to go get knives or anything. I may need to go get knives or scissors. Hey, Beth, if you're looking for your sunglasses at some point, they're in here. All right, excellent packaging. Thank you. There's soon to be a slip in here saying thanks for your order. So that's now trash. These are. And so much tape. Here we go. Oh, look at those pieces. These 2 wedge pieces, that's what it is. So where he puts his castle, he put it there because of specific energy right there due to a former Sith Lord. Built his castle to harness the energy because he was trying to raise Amidala from the dead. Is this in the Vader comic? He had failed and turned destroyed the Force energy there and breaking the bad energy force and bringing it back to the good. Okay, I'm all for that, man. That's great. I'm assuming that was in the Vader comic. All right, and I don't know used. Okay, fantastic. Thanks for letting me know. So these are what I really need. These wedges. These are apparently hard to come by. I thought I had some. Also, 1x3 panels. What? Look at these nightmares. All right, so I got those. Package number 2. Again, do this without the need of scissors or a knife. If you're just joining us, we're talking about Star Wars and Lego. I got my friend Tucker here on the line. We're talking about some stuff. So, hey, Tuck, have you played, David, have you played Rise or the Fallen Order yet? Brick fans. All right, Brick fans. This order is from Brick Fans. Brick Fans LLC. If you're ordering stuff on Bricklink, order from Brick Fans. Treat you right. And I mean, look at this packaging. Look at that. That's some great stuff right there. All right, and so it's got a lot of these, which I don't need all of these, but oh my goodness, look at all of those. That's just sex in a bag right there. All these 1x1 hollow studs. I can't really tell that they're hollow. Look at that. Got a ton of those. I only needed a few of them, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to order a bunch for this. And there's the other 2 sides over here. All right. So I got it. And I'm going to say this again. I'm pretty sure Bricklink is a front for miniature Ziploc bags. That's all. That's all I'm going to say. Here's my parts. All right, so I'm going to have to switch over to here real quick. Come on, Google Chrome. Don't let me down. I really hope I can find this. Oh, you know what? Instead of having it on there, I can do it on my phone. So I won't need this. Aha. Oh, hey, can you do me a solid?
What?
Could you bring my phone charger? I didn't realize my phone was about to die, and I'm gonna.
Where is it?
Should be right there on the counter where you were. So I'm gonna see if I can find my instructions on here. Oh no, I don't have instructions. That's right. I need. To do. I do need the. Just trying to finish Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Dankeschön.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The only reason I bring it up, Tucker, is there's a good end scene, and there's no spoilers in it for anything, but it's just a kind of a fun scene. That it doesn't make the whole thing worth the play that you put into it because the game itself is actually fairly good. But caps lock is on. But I really enjoyed this one particular scene at the end. It doesn't really go. I mean, it's in the commercial. And towards the end, you run into Vader. It's not even in here. Are you kidding? And it's a very, very good scene because he's basically worse than anybody you fought. Like, you don't even try to fight him. It's so good, and it scared the crap out of me when I watched it. It doesn't give much. It doesn't like have any story behind him or anything like that. So it's just it's just a very cool kind of added bit. ATTAP Thank you. Ooh, why is that so loud? Goodness. That got really loud suddenly. Control. Command. Control. Come on, Mac, work with me here. Download. There we go. Not now. Don't want to update now. All right. Okay, this is gonna be like. I have to add a mouse. I really thought I had instructions for this, but I guess since it's not mine, I was like, yeah, I just want to get it done. So, see how this shakes out. Now, this is a large investment in parts for a Microfighter. It is 141 parts, which I think is kind of high, but... Am I still on? Yeah. No, I don't need that. I think I may have locked up on Facebook. If I did, I apologize. 141 parts. No. Shush. Yeah, I totally locked up on Facebook. Sorry, everybody. Tucker probably said 9 things. No, all right. Only I locked up on it. All right, so let's see. Since I can't really see what else we're gonna do with this, got a clone. That's a good start. And then I've got legs, so let's get some of these legs knocked out. And some old. Oh my goodness! Look at these old gray clips. Yuck. I may have to replace those with some newer, not gross gray clips. Because these are heinous. And I got extra ones of these. I don't know what those are for. I should have 6. Oh god, these are absolutely heinous. Alright, note to self, reorder a bunch of these. And this thing has got a sick amount of feet. It's got 6. These are these big walkers you see in Clone Wars. And pretty much, alright, they all have those guys. So trying to cram through this in 20 minutes. I don't think I'm going to make it, but have it built for next time. And maybe, nah, I'll just do this. So on the other screen you can't really see it, but I've got Studio going, and I've got the IO file for this build up. So I can kind of reverse build what I've got going, because I didn't, again, make the instructions for this. So if you want the instructions for this, I would look up a builder named Darth Designer, and I think he just released this onto Rebrickable, or if you like check out his Instagram, it should be in there too. 4 of those already. Okay, so 4 and then 2 without. Okay. And these are going to be, oh. Did I not do? Oh, come on. I guess I didn't order those. Well, that's kind of a bummer because that's kind of the whole thing. Well, yeah, that's kind of a bummer. So I'm looking for these ball sockets, and I thought they were part of this order, so maybe they weren't. I might have some, but it would take so long to look, but in the interest of time, I don't have to do those side legs just yet. Let's see if we can do the rest of the model without it. So this is 2 of these guys, and then what is that? 1x4. And then 1x3, and a 1x3. And that's a 1x3, isn't it? Plate 1x3, yes. 1x3, 1x4. What is that? Plate modifying. Okay. I'm building from the ground up here, so. One by 2. Oh goodness. Ah. Aha. Oh. Well, now I'm all confused. That, okay. Probably should have just looked up the dude's directions. Can't really see what's going on here. There's a clip there, and there's another clip there. Oh, okay. So let's do that. And I think on top of these guys go this, and then this, and then this. There we go. And then this. And then, wow, what goes on in there? Is that just a bar? Yep, just a bar. And these are I mean, this is getting crazy. Same thing on that side, another bar. Chris Downing, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. I realize there's a delay in the time you post and the time I say something, so if it seems like I'm not saying hi to you, it's just technology. Oh my god. Well, that was a POS. Okay, so we got a main chassis going on, got our legs going on, and here's where it all falls apart because I have these guys, but no sockets. Oh, it's backwards. No sockets for here. Like I thought I ordered them, and I may have them hanging around someplace, but I'm going to have to go digging. And they need to be red is the other thing. And I don't think they make them in that color, so we may be a little bit effed. And it doesn't really matter because if I get them in any color, it'll be alright. They don't have to be red. Okay, where's that? Let's say number 1 plate. This is a 1x4. Ooh. Yeah, how's that? Probably squinting a lot and making weird faces. And... Alright. Oh goodness, what are those attached to? So then these guys sit on here like so. You can already kind of start seeing how this is going to take shape. Actually, wow, they just go way out there. And nothing holding it up underneath, huh? Alright. Yep. Oh no! Well, this is also going to be a problem. Well, I may have to reorder some parts for this one. Because these are supposed to be opposite ones, and they aren't. And again, not really load bearing or anything, but there are parts that go underneath it. So, let's see how much else we can get going on this before I finally just turn it over and say done. What is that? It's a brick modified. That is a... Oh, and I needed 2 of those. God, it's like I didn't even order this all right. Oh, these guys I know about here. So this is honestly going to be a really cool model when it's done. Is that a real message from the Restream bot? The one... Hi, Kevin. How you doing? The message saying, want to become famous? I don't know. Oh, this is terrible. I'm so mad at myself. Oh, this music, again with the music. Like, I need to just not do like this crazy dubstep nonsense. Yeah, hey, if you want to buy some followers, you know what? Go to FollowBot. Because apparently they'll set you up. So, hey, Mr. Kevin, I was just lamenting about the fact that our local Austin store didn't have anything but these 2 in the store today. And they also don't have any Mandalorian battle packs. They're all on back order. I can't even get them on the site. So I was a little frustrated because I was hoping I could do 4 Microfighters today, but instead I'm sitting here building a design that's not even mine and figuring out that I'm missing a whole lot of pieces. And for some reason I put red pieces in here instead of dark red pieces. Just not having a good day, man. But if you're just joining us, hi Bethany Brazel. Some good news is that Bethany and I found a place. We put a deposit down for a venue, and this time on February 27th, February 27th of next year, we will be getting married. We're very excited. She's more excited than I am, not gonna lie. I'm very excited. Oh no, I know you can hear me. I know you're on. So she's very excited about it. I'm not as excited as she is, but I think because I don't even have. Oh, those are them. I think because this is my second marriage, and it's her first, so I'm like, look, I've already done all this. And she's like, well, I haven't. I'm like, I know. So let's be excited. So yeah, I'm working on a... You got married in February too? Congratulations. Yeah, it seems to be a good month. We have friends who got married in February. It was Friday the 13th. They specifically got that done, and I think they did it because they're like, we should get married on Friday the 13th so people can, just because I think it's funny. And everyone's like, no, don't do that. And then they're like, all right, well, we're going to get married on in February, the day before Valentine's Day. And they're like, oh, that's great. And little did they know that happened to be Friday the 13th. So I thought that was kind of a funny dig. So anyway. So yeah, this is what I'm working on. I don't know if I'm going to do the scene. This is what I'm working on here, is this model. And it's not my model, it's Darth Designer's model. But I found it 16 years ago. Well, congratulations nonetheless. I found this model about earlier this year, or earlier last year, like last March sometime. And I really liked it. And he only recently put it up on Instagram, and then it didn't have a pilot on it. And I'm like, that's really weird. This looks like, and it, sure enough, it was that one. So that's what I'm trying to build with. But I didn't do any instructions, so I'm kind of having to look at the build and find out exactly what's going on with it. But again, I ordered all the wrong pieces for it, so I don't know kind of like what's going on with half of it. Let's see. So this goes there. Two pieces left, okay. Friday the February 13th. That's pretty funny. Well, then when you come to Austin, I will introduce you to them. They are fun people. I think you will like them. This is 1x2 plate. Okay, that's weird. 1x2 plate there. Oh, I'm hiding all the gross old gray, not the new gray. All right, for no reason. Why is that in there? So for no reason, that makes no sense. I guess to hold that part of the brick on. All right, well, I'm going to get another one of these bricks. Hang on. So yeah, in the meantime, I've got to buy another one of these red, you don't see the webcam, these red ones, because I've got all the black ones in the world. I think I'll do brown. No, I'll do black. That's some of the problem I'm having with ordering, with like having the designs done and then ordering all the parts and then having some of the parts already here, is that, I guess that's a little more tight, is that for some reason I think I have more parts than I do, or I probably go through it and say, hi Josh and Chandra, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Is I look at what I've got and I go, oh yeah, I've got that. And then I end up not having it. And I have to go, oh well crap, now I gotta wait till I can order this again. And it's frustrating because it's not, it's like, 3 pieces or something. So that's probably not going to work. Oh yeah, that's really tight on that. And then, what is this? It's 1 and 2. Yeah, nobody cares about this anymore. Build camera. There we go. So I've got kind of the front of this. I'm really just going to have to go back and order all these missing bits so I can finish the legs, because I need ball joints right here. But I mean, that's the front, such as it is. I think it's pretty cool looking, right? And you can start to see the shape that it's going to take. And these legs will go on. I can put these on at least, probably. Not a lot of mobility in that, but I can blame it on this not being my design. And I know he's already built it, because I saw pictures on Instagram. It doesn't fit really well. Okay, well. And those legs don't move independently of each other. That is really wild. Maybe they need to be farther out. Far out, man. So yeah, I mean, it's starting to take shape. It's going to be your ATTE. But so far, everything is not coming up millhouse with this. So I'm going to have to redo a lot of this, because I don't know how. Works in the software, one of those things. Anywho. And then I'll also reorder some parts. So I think for next week, or this Thursday, I might do, I don't have anything else to build here. I got some stuff to take apart. I've got a couple things that I want to go over with some of the other sets that I've got, because I mean, I've got a shoebox full here of parts that I have to order. So I've got the Fireball, which I finally got a Kaz. Where's my Kaz? So there's Kaz. Got a Kaz in there, so I'm going to do a Fireball. This is the Eclipse Fighter, which, again, somebody on Instagram was like, hey, look at this, isn't this cool? And I'm like, dude, that's mine. Fantastic. First Order TIE Fighter. This is Von Reg's TIE Fighter. The Radis, which I have, this is General Leia is in here. I have to reorder parts for my First Order Dreadnought. What else? Don't know what that is. That's unfortunate. There's no sticky note in there. It's just a bunch of parts. A little concerned about that. TIE Reaper. I think this is with a Death Trooper. Yeah, Death Trooper. An old version of the Naboo fighter. because now that there's an official Navifighter, and also the Jet 14. All right, so Kevin, are you still with me? Tell me what's going to be wrong with me trying to build a Jet 14 Microfighter. So anyway, those are the ones that I have separated out parts for, and I will try to order something by, I'm not going to get it by Thursday, but if I order it now, I might get it by Sunday. And so next week I might do some building for our seed parts for our monthly build for the Lego group, for my Lego group, our lug. So thanks for everybody who stopped by. Yeah, it's all about the Jet 14 fig it's like $40 or something like that. It's stupid. So if anybody has a rare Jet 14 minifigure, preferably with the helmet, that would be fantastic. Just let me know. Just drop a comment or whatever you'd like to do. Get a hold of me. Again, all the instructions for all my designs are on Rebrickable. The link should be in the descriptions when I get this all done and edit it. And if you have any questions about any builds or anything, just let me know. Thanks everybody for coming by, and we'll see you on Thursday.